Let's get to this recent race hoax in Virginia. Now, this is not only tragic, it's an example of how the left's narrative is poisoning the minds of our kids. Now, what happened in this case is a 12-year-old black girl claimed that 3 white boys pinned her to the ground, cut her dreadlocks with scissors. The girl's family admitted it wasn't true. They issued a heartfelt apology. To be clear, I do not blame the children. This is a child. I do take issue with adults who tried to use this hoax to push their agenda right off the bat with no investigation like the NAACP tried to do. Now, first they tried to cover up the hoax, claiming the family reached a private resolution with the school. Next, the group said in a statement that, regrettably, the assault turned out to be false. Regrettably? Why is that regrettable? Well, we should be happy she wasn't assaulted. Candace, why would the NAACP try to kind of skate past this hoax, or as some would say, even cover it up?
Well, the NAACP is an organization that funds off of hate and race, right? So that hurts their pockets when they can't find something that they can fundraise off of. And it's embarrassing for them. It's embarrassing for them because it's revealing an ugly truth, which is that victimhood has been sold as a virtue in our community. My heart genuinely goes out to this girl. She is watching all of her idols. She is watching a media narrative that is being spun, that is telling black Americans that what they should aspire to is victimhood. And that is what needs to be reversed, and that's what needs to be talked about. And that is not a narrative that the NAACP ever wants to be talked about, because there would be no need for them to exist.
Victimology is something we've talked about a lot on this show, and whether it's a white person claiming that, you know, he's a victim, or a black, but in this case there does seem to be this narrative that's forwarded a lot on college campuses, and even younger now, because kids who are younger. And most kids aren't even paying attention to skin color. They're just like beyond that. Like my kids are. They don't care about that. But what about this, Monique? What does this tell us about the reaction that people want to believe it's true? It seems to be on the left. They want to believe it's true, and they're disappointed when it's not true.
Right. And what Ms. Owens just said is the most absurd and sad thing I think I've heard since I've been appearing on this show with her or anyone else. After all the times that young black girls have gone missing, have been prostituted, have been entered into slave trafficking, and no one cared. Not when they were in Africa, not when they were in the United States. This one time when this young girl said something happened to her, and everybody jumped to her defense and believed her, I'm glad they jumped to her defense. I'm glad they believed her. I'm sorry for whatever she went through that led her to the point where she said something that was not true.
What if 3 boys were actually named?
What about them? Sorry that she said something that was not true.
What about the 3 boys?
And what did I say?
What if the 3 boys were named?
Like I just
what about
said,
their lives?
I'm sorry she said something that wasn't true. I'm sorry that those 3 boys were accused, and they were accused and had done nothing wrong. What I'm not sorry about is that she was believed. Are we really now going to be in this place? Oh, don't believe the victims if they're black girls?
It feels like such acting. That's not what I said.
No, I'm not.
See, this is when it's bad acting. This is literally like bad acting. You should try this
I was a black girl.
What I specifically. Oh, you were a black girl. I've never done that before. I've never done that before.
Obviously not.
Okay, this is bad acting, and you're trying to pretend I said anything that's against. What I said is I genuinely feel bad for this girl because she is a part of a culture of literally what you just did, pretending to be a victim like something happened on this show that you were so outraged about. That's what we need less of. Let's have real conversations.
All right, guys. All right, Candace, Monique, out of time. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.